Alright, hi guys, my name is Oliver Lee. I am on the University of Minnesota team, but I will be commentating on Madison and Nebraska's game because they asked me to it, and I will let you know how Minnesota's doing at points as well. Alright, I want to do this kind of like, how football commentators are like, all right, Jim, what people really need to do here is score points. Both teams here really want to score points, and they want to score more points than the other team. That is also what Madison and Nebraska both want to do here today. All right, we got Mason throwing from the other end of the sheet. Looks like it's all there, says Oscar. Great. Mitch looking a little bit concerned, but I'm sure it's fine. All right, slowing down there now. We got Alex Hansen in the house as well. Mitch Armstrong and Alex Hansen looking at that rock. Very nice rock, Mason. So we are not going to be moving the camera back and forth for each shot, but I will move it for each end. Let's see, y'all can see the house okay here. Right, this is Emma Stone coming down the ice here. Seamus and Charlie are both sweeping away. All right, looks like it's slowing down here. Got some funny ice here in Nebraska at times. One might say that Nebraska has this home sheet advantage, but fortunately or unfortunately for arena ice, looks like kind of just depends game to game. Hello, all right. We got Madison Stone coming down the ice now. Mason and Oscar sweeping away, looking a little light. I've got Jada Harris with me here.
And the rock was hard.
All right. Yes, we've had a lot of hogged rocks this weekend as everyone gets used to the arena ice and its quirks and idiosyncrasies. I told them I was like, I want to do that thing that like how football commentators are like, all right, and the teams really want to score points here, more points than the other team. In fact, that's the energy I'm bringing. Right, when they're just filling up space. All right, we've got Charlie Major Stone coming down the ice here. It's blue stone, very nice. Got a good weight to it. Oh, right, looks like blue, which is Nebraska, is currently sitting shot. Stone's coming down there. Looks like maybe a little light of what they wanted, but nice guard for the Stone there. All right, Charlie's second Stone coming down the ice, and Emma and Seamus are sweeping away. See if it can sneak past those guards. Yes, it can. All right, and they're going to bring it in. No, they're going to leave it up high. Nice. Nebraska here is wanting to guard their shot Stone. I don't know or remember who has hammer, but if you don't have hammer, a good strategy once you have a shot stone is to guard it up because you want to steal one. All right. Here's first stone coming down from Madison. Looks like it's got some weight to it. Looks like it might have too much weight to it. We'll see. Is Alex going to sweep it out? Alex is going to sweep it out. Oh, he's gonna sweep it. Looks like it's sticking around there. All right, what's Alex gonna do now? Looks like he wants another guard. All right, we got Sheamus throwing his first stone here of the match. Emma calls out that it is light, and both Emma and Charlie are sweeping away here. Over on sheet three, Logan just did an excellent takeout against Michigan Tech in the first event final. Right, looks like they had a good heavy guard, biting guard. Not sure if they are second shot, but I believe that they are. They beat Nebraska in this instance. And we've got Oscar throwing his second stone. Mason yells out board, meaning that the weight is enough to bring it to the board behind the hack. Looks pretty heavy indeed, yes. A nice takeout, but looks like he's rolling. Rolling, but staying in the house. And we got Sheamus' second stone coming down. It's got some weight to it, but I think draw weight to it. Right, I believe that Nebraska is still sitting one. Oh, it's a little heavy here, Sheamus. Oh, gonna get a tick. Nice. Got a tick off of that red guard, which absorbed enough of the kinetic energy to slow that stone down. Looks like blue is sitting two right now. Unfortunately, it does look like that could be a bit of a target there for Madison. Right. You can see Mitch is waving his broom around frantically. That means that he wants to hit something, usually. Yeah. Looks like he wants to slice it from. Hey, Oscar's over there holding the broom. Looks like over in the Minnesota Michigan Tech game, we have one stone in the house, but it looks like, let's see, no longer, well, it's like Michigan Tech has one stone in the house now after taking out Minnesota Stone. All right. Mitch has been telling Oscar to move the broom and then told him to move it right back to where they started, which is a common occurrence here at curling. And Mitch is sliding out of the hack here. We'll see his rock come into frame in a little bit. Are sweeping away. They want to get him past these guards here. Oh, oh, right. It's not what Mitch wanted to do, I believe. But I could be wrong. I never assume to know what skips are thinking. Looks like Nebraska's looking at putting a guard up here. We're on sheet three. Minnesota took out Michigan Tech stone in the house and are sitting one themselves, I believe. Hard to tell if their front stones are biting or not. Over on sheet two, we have ASU playing Denver, University of Denver. They are playing each other for the emerging regions qualifying bid to nationals. So a win here will guarantee one of these teams a spot at the national championship in Rice Lake in Wisconsin in early March. All right, Alex sliding out now. Stone's coming down. Just want a nice little guard here. And it does look like Nebraska has hammer, but still, Nebraska's sitting two. Just want to guard these stones up, not let Madison have a chance to mess things up. Very nice guard, Alex. So Mitch wants to get these two blue stones out of there in order to score with his red stones. We will see. Let's see. Right, we'll watch Mitch decide while I eat more of my breakfast fruit. Alright, I believe that Mitch is going for an angle raise, but I'm not quite sure. We will see in a second. Mitch coming with a lot of weight here. Yes, and Madison is sweeping. You'll see him pop into frame here. Let's see. Oh, and just wrecked on the Nebraskan guard, which moved it just enough to put it off of target. Now Nebraska needs to decide, do they want to just let it sit at two, which I don't think they do. I think they want to bring another one in, but it looks like they're trying to figure out how best to do that. We got First End's hammer coming down the sheet here. Hop into your field of view in a little bit. Seamus getting ready. Oh, it looks like okay. I'm not sure if they were going for the angle raise there. Either way, it looks like two blue. Right, we got our skips getting started right away here. Alex wants a center guard. When you don't have hammer, you want to plug up the center, and vice versa. When you do have hammer, you like to keep the center open because you might want that center lane open for your last shot if you want to draw in to score more at the end. Looks like it's a little heavy though, so now they're bringing it in, They're sweeping away. All right. Looks like that is a top four shot. Not what they were going for, but it does work out. Looks like Mitch is putting up a guard anyway instead of chasing them. All right, they're sweeping for the hit here. All right, Mason's first stone coming down the ice. Are they going to tap it? They are. Right? Not the preferred shot, but it looks like that's going to work out all right from Madison here. Hard to tell who shot exactly. Looks like Alex is putting up another guard. We got this blue stone just floating down the ice here. Seamus and Charlie sweeping away. All right, very nice guard, Emma. And we got these three stones lined up pretty nicely here. And Mitch wants a corner guard, but it looks like in the house is okay as well. All right, looks like that did end up being a guard, sort of off to the side, maybe a little more central than they wanted it at first. And Mater says, "Thanks for announcing, Oliver. You are welcome. I am having a great time right now." Right, we got Charlie Major's first stone coming down the ice here. Looks like it's got some weight to it. Unfortunately, I was not paying attention to what they wanted it to do, so I don't know if he's making the shot or not, but he's making a shot, and looks like a pretty nice shot. Nice. Drew right in there. We got two blue stones sitting in the house. Looks like they're both touching the 4 foot. Looks like Mitch just wants it off to the wings. Not quite sure, but I think that's where I saw him put his broom down. Right, Madison sliding out now here. Right, I misunderstood. They're going for the take. You can tell from the fast rate of the rock. Okay, just got the first one. Luckily, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was the sixth stone, so we are well within to take out any stone we want here. First five rocks are the free guard. When the free guard rule is in effect, so any rock that is in the free guard zone, which is in play but not in the house, cannot be taken out within the first five rocks. Another fast-paced rock coming down the sheet for you here. Interview shortly. Right. Looks like that nicked off the red. Should make everything a little more open at least. Mitch wants to tap back their red into a shot position. The good thing here is Madison does have backing. When they hit their red stone, it will go back into the blue stones, which will stop it from going out. So they are at liberty to use a little more of an heavier weight than one might originally use. Also, as the advantage of then their red stone will always outcount that blue one as long as they hit it back into the blue one. Looks like we were a little wide there. Didn't quite hit the blue one that we wanted to. But they did move the red back, so I would call that a decently made shot. Nice job, Madison. All right, we got Nebraska Stone coming down the ice here, looking a little heavy. As well, nicked their blue a little, covered up that blue, but all right, Mitch is looking to see which one is shot. So looks like that stone was not quite where Nebraska wanted it to be. Good amount of weight here. Meanwhile, over on sheet three, it looks like Minnesota is sitting two right now. Madison did end up hitting another blue into the 4 foot. Uh, Not quite sure who shot here. Looks like Mitch and Alex aren't quite sure either. Looks like they're looking at those three stones. Okay, Alex just asked how much Seamus could see that the blue stone, I believe, or maybe the red one. Hard to tell. Whatever stone he was asking about, Seamus could see about half of it. Sweeping hard. Oh, up. Nice. Okay. Nebraska just ticked that red one. Looks like, I think that the two blue are now shot. Sort of tossed up a guard in front of their house to protect their two, maybe three, but I think two. If you're Madison, I feel like you want to maybe draw in here. It does seem to me again, like I was talking about earlier, there is backing that it's here the pro side would probably be a little heavy. Um, I think. All right, they're bringing it in. They're working. They're working. All right, brought the stone in. Don't think it was quite enough. Think it still looks a little light, but Seamus is saying to just hit that stone anyway. So maybe it's shot. I'm not quite sure. Right, Nebraska looks like they finally reached a consensus. Tommy Lenz for Minnesota is throwing stone down the ice as he is wont to do. Their house looks pretty open. Looks like they definitely want to guard that up. And Tommy did indeed hog the stone, which he has done a couple times, but that is okay. We've all done it here at John Breslow Ice Hockey Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Seamus moving the broom here, shimmying over. Got Alex sliding out. And our blue, yep, all right. Lincoln is sweeping away. It looks like they want to tick that red out. Nice. red is now no longer by the forefoot. However, it does look like that uh, there is a nice little pocket there right on the button for a rock to end up being nestled into. Looks like that's what Madison is doing, which is a good idea in my opinion. Alright, we got Mitch's stone coming down the ice here. Sweep it, sweep, 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 sweep. Looks like too much sweep. Alright. Barely nicked that blue there, but did not nestle in the pocket as they were hoping. Looks like Alex likes that pocket here too. Over on sheet 3, looks like Minnesota has taken 2 and they are now in their third end. Got the penultimate stone coming down the ice here. And Nebraska is sweeping. That stone's really got a curl. Versus a fine guard. And on sheet 2, which is the emerging region qualifier, looks like ASU is up 2-1, and they are in their third end. For Mitch's last stone, looks like he wants to draw into that pocket there. Right, got past the guard. So you're gonna settle in. Looks like that stone settled into that pocket. Seamus and Oscar looking at all these stones over by the forefoot. But I think Madison has taken 1. Maybe 2. I'll let you know in a second. We are headed into our third end here. We got Madison's first stone here, looking like a corner guard. Mitch did want it to curl a little more than it did, but that is okay. The measurement or the judgment in the last end was that Nebraska scored one, so it is currently 3-0. Emma coming out with her second stone here. It'll pop into view shortly. It looks like they're going for either a guard or a draw. Probably depends on how the weight looks early in the end. It's can be okay for either, especially arena ice when anything is really possible. Right, and it ended up being a very nice little guard. All right, Mitch wants it in the house behind that blue guard. But he's saying if you split it, that's okay too. Hopefully, he's not talking about hitting that stone completely out because that would be a lot. Stone ended up a little bit lighter. Looks like we're sitting in the free guard zone there, but still in play. Trying to split the gap there, hitting red stones actually, but because neither of the stones went out, it is allowed, and so the stones all stay where they are. Looks like over on G3, Minnesota is sitting 3 right now. Looks like we're on third stones over there. And over in the emerging region qualifier, which you can see right next to us here, looks like ASU is sitting 2 right now. All right, Matt, stone down. It's coming with a little bit of weight here. And looks like Alex is going to try to sweep it out. But it looks like it's going to stick around. Awesome, Madison, you are in the house. All right, very nice guard from Logan there on sheet 3. Nebraska's Bluestone making its way down the ice here. Slowing down nicely. Looks like they're trying to split the house. Phrase splitting the house refers to when you put 2 stones in the house on opposite ends. And the idea behind that is it is hard to take them both out if they are perfectly lined up with each other because you can't hit one and then roll over to the other because they're lined up perfectly. It's very hard to do a perfect split, but the concept still remains. And the further away the stones are from each other, the harder it is to double them out, even if they're not completely even. Madison Stone coming in with some weight here. Looks like they are going to uh, hit Nebraska out and stick around as well. Very nice shot. If this announcing is not getting through, I'm competing with 4 sheets of curlers who are very yelly, but try my best. It looks like Nebraska wants to take out that very same stone that took theirs out. Seamus coming down the ice. And it does look like and it looks like they hit it nose, replacing that stone with their own. Mitch would like to do the same thing but roll over to the other side of the sheet, probably to hide behind that blue guard. Over on sheet three, Tommy did hog a stone, but Minnesota's still sitting three, and looks like ASU is still sitting two right now. We have Nebraska, nope, sorry, Madison coming down. We want to hit on the inside of the blue stone so that we're able to roll over. Unfortunately, it looks like the ridge on this sheet took that stone and made its own way with it. House is still pretty wide open. While Alex thinks, oh, okay, he wants to hit that red stone, or maybe sit on it. Wants to either hit or sit on Madison's stone there. Over on sheet four, we have the other University of Nebraska Lincoln team playing one of UW-Stevens Point's teams. And it looks like Point is up by three right now. Looks like Nebraska wrecked on the guard there. Um, they are protecting their other blue stones. Not the worst shot in the world. As he said, Schroeder, right now the score is 3-0, and Nebraska is up. And then for UMN, I believe, well, they haven't hung the. No, right now the only score up is 2-0, and right now the U is sitting three. Guard up there. Looks like Alex wants to do that same take, I believe, which would leave Nebraska sitting four. Um, this is Alex's first stone. The front of the house is still very open. And Alex's stone just brushed past that Madison stone. Now Mitch has to decide what to do with this. Open house, but a lot of stones in there. Madison taking advantage of the openness of the front of the house to bring one in. Looks maybe a little bit light, but they could also tap that back. Over on sheet 3, Minnesota is currently up by 6. And over on sheet 2, ASU is up 5-1 against Denver. Wait, is still up by 3. But Nebraska is sitting 3 right now over on sheet 4. All right, back to sheet 1 here, which is what y'all are here to see. Alex Hansen prepping for his last shot of the end. Out here with a lot of weight. Looks like it slowed down though. This has been difficult to read this weekend. I think there's a couple ridges here. To come in, oh, and tapping Madison into their own blue. All right. Hard to tell who is shot here. I believe that Nebraska has one, and they are currently looking to determine second shot. Mitch does still have one stone left. Looks like Mitch wants to bring a stone straight through the port there at the center on the center line. So this is an example of someone with the hammer liking to keep that center open, and a example of why without hammer you do sometimes plug up that central port. Right, Mitch coming in with draw weight, we hope. And we got sweepers on the stone. Whoa. Called off the stone. Drifting into the house here. Get a little nick off Nebraska. Swept in. And I will let you guys know what they decide. Lots of close ends here, lots of close stones. There's Alex going back down to the other house. It looks like they are going to measure. Yes, all right. Yay, measuring. I'm not sure if this is for first shot or second shot, but those two stones do look to be very close to one another. Mitch coming down with the measuring device here. One nice thing about playing on arena ice is the measuring device has been sitting out on the ice this whole time, so no need to cool it off before starting the measuring process. Alright, I couldn't tell which one they indicated, so I will let y'all know what score they put up in a little bit. Usually, measuring will kick in the stone that's closer, but they did not do that here because everyone around them knew, and I don't know, didn't want to tell me, I guess, that is okay. Alright, let's follow Emma's stone down here. We're back here with a very nice center guard from Nebraska, but it looks like it might be in the house. Alex is checking. Mitch is coming up to. All right. Mitch is calling a nice corner guard here. All right. Looks like they were measuring for a first shot, and it was Nebraska. That stone looked to have either hogged or picked on something. It's okay, still early in the end. Taking their own blue, splitting them on. Not sure if that was the intended shot. If it was, very nice execution. If it wasn't, still works pretty well, though now both of these are open to be hit by Madison. And it looks like that is what they are doing here. Communication out on the ice is going strongly for everyone, it seems. Stone coming in hot. Want to take out one of these blue stones. Looks like it just snuck past it. Over on sheet 3, looks like Michigan Tech is sitting either 2 or 3, and Tommy is coming in with some weight to push their red back into Michigan Tech's blue stones. And we got a pretty stacked house over in the emerging region qualifier. Lots of stones in play. Always good to see. Nebraska's third stone coming in. So here looks like Alex is sweeping to try to get it to curl more. He wants it behind one of the guards. Fortunately, looks like it's still pretty open, though can't really tell. I think I'm sitting at an angle here, a little bit hard for me to tell exactly the line. Although it's also hard for me to tell the line when I'm on the sheet. So maybe it's just a thing to work on. Looks like Mitch is calling the takeout. Not sure if you heard that. Mason yelled out, "It's narrow," and Mitch yelled back, "No, it's not." We'll see who was right. I think it was a little narrow, personally. But either way, got the stone out. One less blue stone in the house. Unfortunately, lost the shooter, but with a lot of weights, it's hard to keep the shooter at times. All right, Alex wants to put that stone back. Wants a guard on the stone that is right behind the button. Understandably so. looks like that stone came in a little heavy and actually took out their other stone. All right. Nebraska stone did end up going behind their guard, it looks like a little bit. Right, and Mitch wants a guard, looks like. The corner guard. A very nice corner guard from Nick there. There's Mason walking by. Hi, Mason. Looks like Tommy's tap back was maybe a little bit light. Still got some more red stones in there. It's really hard for me to tell from this angle who shot in really any given house here. Every rock kind of looks the same. Nebraska coming down the ice again. Good job, Nebraska, throwing those stones. Madison also throwing those stones. Right, Nebraska has hit Madison's corner guard, which, because we are past the first 5 stones, they are allowed to do. All right. Mitch wants to come through the port there, draw in. Oh, never mind. He wants to hit and roll. Um, Stone next to his broom and then roll over under cover. Okay. All right. Wasn't able to get the roll, but a very nice hit and went back and hit the other stone. Moving some rocks around. Very nice shot. Stone hanging out wide there for Nebraska. Yeah, and it is out of bounds, it looks like. Looks like Michigan Tech did score one against University of Minnesota, making the score 6-1 over in the first event final. Mitch wants to hit that, center that stone in the forefoot, and then roll behind that guard there. And we have a very, very nice hit and roll from UW-Madison there. Beautiful shot. I believe that Nebraska is going for the hit. Looks like it might be a pretty tough hit. We will see what happens. And looks like that shot was wide, no takeout for Nebraska. Yes, good. Madison set up to guard their stone here, I believe. Want to protect that stone that's there in the, not even really the forefoot, just the button. Again, very excellent shot from Oscar. Madison sweeping the stone down the sheet here. On this kind of shot, I would argue that line matters more than weight. Really want to block off that any take. Very nice. It's got like sort of a guard vibe, but also still counting. Bring Madison sitting to 2. You like the separation between Madison's two stones should make it harder to get a complete double on them. Very nice shot, Madison. And Lincoln readying themselves for their final shot. A lot of weight. Looks like they were wide again, so Mitch has an open draw for 4, which would tie us right back up. No pressure, Mitch. You know what they say? Easiest shot in curling is a draw to an open house. Just got to throw the same weight that he threw before. Mason says, we're good. Stick around, get a little tap. Oh. And it looks like all 4 stones stuck around. We are so back. Looks like score should be tied up at 4-4. Two very nice stones sitting up there at the top of the house. Beautiful tap back there by Mason. He has tapped the redstone back behind the. Oh, looks like left a biter. Very nice shot. Very good sweeping. Over on sheet three, looks like Minnesota is sitting two right now. SU has continued to pull ahead of Denver two. It's now 7-1. And looks like UNL came back against UW-Stevens Point. Looks like it's currently 5-3 over on sheet four. All right, Bluestone coming in hot. They have they have hit their own Bluestone. Think they were probably trying to go for a run back, but either way, it opens that up. And Mitch sees this and wants to close it back down. Mitch has expressed that Mitch just wants this stone over the hog line. Looks like he'll get that plus a little bit more. All right, sweep, I assume for line. Can we tick off that? No. Oh. All right, we are splitting the house. Like I said earlier, splitting the house is useful because it's harder to take both stones out. Not impossible though, but definitely a lot harder, especially when they're pretty even like these stones are. Alex wants Nebraska to attempt it anyway, or at least hit and then roll and sit on the other Madison stone. Very nice shot though from Madison, even though it's not what Mitch originally wanted. And the hit and roll was not executed, just breezed right by the Madison stone. Looked pretty close, and Mitch was calling that guard again. He's probably thankful that he's got another stone in there, but wants to guard it up now, especially since he does not have hammer. Wants to just get two and go about his merry way. Right, Madison has put another stone in the house. A very beautiful line there from Nick. And looks like Alex is trying to figure out what he wants to do with these three Madison stones. Charlie coming out of the hack with a lot of weight. Trying to move some granite here, and Nebraska is sweeping away. Nebraska has hit one redstone out. Mitch is calling calling for our top house guard. We got Oscar coming out of the hat, looking for a top house guard. Mitch called them over and up because he wanted to preserve as much of the line as possible. And sweeping, while it does make a stone go straighter, it will also make it go further, thus giving it more time to curl. So a lot of times, especially for guards, you want to let them die out versus continue to sweep them, which is why he called them up there. Looks like Alex is going for the tap back for Nebraska. It's not sure if I was incorrect about the shot or if they used a plan B, but Nebraska has drawn into the house. And Oscar's second shot is up. All right, beautiful shot from Oscar. Beautiful sweeping, just snuck that right past those red guards and hit the Nebraska stone right on the nose. Very good sweep, very good shot. All right, looks like Nebraska has inadvertently hit a Madison stone. Lisa and Nick have hopped on this stone for weight. Oscar's asking them to get it over. Actually, it looks like it did not get over. For on sheet three, looks like Michigan Tech did score another point, making the score, I believe, 6-2. Got a pretty crowded house over there for Madison, but Nebraska sticking around with their couple stones. Nebraska hits one of Madison's stones right on the nose. No roll, but did take a stone out. ASU is running away with their game over there. It is 9-1. Oh, a very nice double run back, tap back. Hard to tell if it was quite enough weight. Like I said, the angles here are not favorable to us in the penalty. I think we're in a penalty box, or maybe it's the thing in a hockey rink that both penalty boxes are on either side of. Right. And Nebraska getting ready for their hammer shot. Okay, looks like Nebraska wicked off their own stone, moved into the center, and I believe pushed Madison into shot position if they weren't already. Fortunate outcome there for Nebraska, lucky outcome there for Madison, although I think they may have been sitting one regardless. Unsure. And we are into our sixth end here at John Breslow Ice Hockey Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Looks like over on sheet three, Minnesota is sitting three, I think, maybe two. On the way here. A beautiful takeout from Madison there, and we did stick around sitting out there on the 12 foot right now. And looks like Nebraska is chasing that stone over there. Stone's dropping hard, it looks like. Oh, brushed it over and did get it out. We've got a blank house here right now. Right, Madison resetting with a corner guard here. All right. Apologies for misreading that last, and it does appear that Nebraska has scored 1 point. I will probably stop trying to assume what the score is for them, especially when their shots have continued to be incredibly close to one another. But I will keep you updated regardless. All right, looks like the corner guard did sneak into the house there, and Nebraska is chasing that one as well. Looking for a corner guard from Nick, I believe, here. Stone's traveling fairly quickly down. Looks like Madison Stone snuck into the house as well. Nebraska chasing it down. Tap and a roll over for Nebraska. Looks like Nebraska is still sitting there, but just by into the house. Looks to me as if Minnesota is sitting three beautiful draw from Madison here. We are sitting right on the T line. And a Minnesota victory over on sheet three. Row the boat, Sky and go Gophers. Madison coming in with a corner guard here. Very nice shot, Madison. It's like Nebraska just hit that corner guard. Madison still sitting there with their rock in the back forefoot. Minnesota and Michigan Tech are conversing over in the home house of sheet three. Just chatting away. Good job, guys. Good job, chat. Just coming in with his stone here. Looks like this stone's got a little less on it. Still coming in quite well. Does seem like both teams are a lot more confident with the ice than they were at the beginning. Makes sense. It's been the theme of this weekend. Trick is to figure out the ice before the other team figures out the ice, and luckily the ice changes every match, so it's a blank slate. Nebraska trying to figure out what to do with that red stone sitting there in the back forefoot. And the broom has been placed. Alex making his way down the sheet. Looks like Minnesota and Michigan Tech are doing reverse order speed curling. Glad to see they're having fun over there. This house over here on sheet one, pretty blocked up. Madison sitting well with their one. And bring another one in, or if starting it up. Like if this is light and ends up guarding, it's not the end of the world. They were going for the hit and roll in. They got the hit and they got a roll. Not quite the roll they were hoping for. It looks like still a very good hit. Very good attempt at the shot. Looks like the Minnesota game ended 11, 11 to 2. Hence the reverse order speed curling now. And I believe if I was Nebraska, I would tap one of these back. Let's see what they're going to do, though. Charlie's sweeping away. They are going for the tap back. A little more angle than they were hoping for. I believe that Madison is still shot right now. Now I believe they're going for the draw, although I guess I should never assume with Madison. Just kidding, love you guys. Gotta be one of my favorite Madison teams. Hey, Mitch is over there cleaning his stone, vital to do on arena ice. Stone is coming out of the hack with Mitch. Mitch has released the stone. Stone is traveling down the ice, coming into your viewpoint shortly. There we are. Getting that stone. They're gonna stop. It is gonna stop. Very nice draw, Mitch. And oh yeah, that was Hammer. I forgot. Looks like actually not gonna say the score until they put it up. And we are off into the seventh end. All right, Madison coming down on the left side of the sheet here, splitting the house, I believe, or maybe coming to draw into the center. Either way, it's going to be frosty out there, says Mitch, and I would tend to agree, though. Looks like Nick took that to heart. And we've got Madison coming in, hoping to stick around here. We'll see what Alex has to say about it. And unfortunately, well, no, unfortunately, we are not sticking around. Nebraska coming over to chase this redstone for a second time here. And Nebraska is sweeping away. A hit and tick, but looks like Madison stayed in the rings and Nebraska might be open. Madison is looking for a heavy draw here. They want to hit Nebraska and also keep control, stay in the house. Don't know if anyone here is interested in the UNL 1 UWSP 1 game, but looks like it is tied right now at 5-5 as well. Common score here on the ice. Nebraska Stone coming in, I think looking to guard or draw in. Uh, Two very common wants here. All right. Looks like it is in the house. Target for Madison here. Mitch says, get those out of here. Right. Coming with peel weight. Very, very heavy weight here. And he says, can you do peel? Oscar says, yep. And let's see him do it. Oscar sure can do peel weight. Beautiful weight. Ended up hitting one Nebraska Stone out and touching the second one, but unfortunately, angle was not quite there. Still, Madison is storing up those two reds, and Alex has seen them. Storing up those two reds there, sitting second and third shot. Nebraska still sitting shot, though. Looks like Minnesota, Michigan Tech, playing one last end for fun, but have switched up the lineup, so our leads are skipping. Excellent, excellent use of time, more ice time for everyone, and good experiences for everyone involved. Nebraska now coming in to those Minnesota Stones, but missing them. Going through, right? What's to do with this stone here? Both Madison and Nebraska have skipped stones left, and it is still tied because you only score at the end of an end. Man, they should hire me for USA Curling. I think I would do an excellent job commentating. I need a little fact sheet so that, between between shots, I just start like saying facts about different people. Be like, oh, I ran into Mitch at the hotel the other night, and then go on from there. Oh, Emma Whaley, the lead for Nebraska. I played a card game with her. Like more interesting stuff. All right, we are sweeping this Madison Stone. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Uh oh. Well, I'm not sure that's quite what we were looking for, but Stone's in play. Did tap the red over a little bit, so a little bit more of a guard for the two Madison Stones sitting on the right side of the sheet. All right, Nebraska hit one Madison Stone out, but is now nestled against the closer Madison Stone sitting second shot. All right, Nebraska has tapped their own stone, uh, and looks like Nebraska scored one. But like I said, trying not to make announcements like that. All right, here in the final end of the second event, final, and we've got Madison's first stone coming down the ice. Looks like we're coming down to a guard. Nice little guard from Madison here. Nice job. Draw from Nebraska right up past into their other stone. And a target for Madison. So they're looking to come down and take that stone, those stones out. Mitch says if you peel the guard, that's okay. Mitch would like Mitch would like them to raise that guard into the house. All right, it has been wonderful. Thank you. I'm being called over to Minnesota. Good luck, Madison, and good luck, Nebraska. Thanks for letting me commentate. Bye, guys.
The conclusion of the Nebraska Madison game, we've got Nebraska right on the button with one of their blue stones, and their skip is throwing their last stone. Madison's got one stone left to score two to tie, or three to win. And with Nebraska's stone, they put another one in there. This is going to be really difficult for Madison to get out. Right now, Madison is kind of trying to hope for a miracle shot. They're going to throw. Mitch is going to throw a heavy takeout right down the middle and try and hit that red stone right on nose. There's not a lot that can move back there because Nebraska's got three stones right in the forefoot, but you never know what can happen in these. And that's a wrap for the game. Nebraska winning 7-5.